Hi, you're watching Bring the Noise, and we're at Download Festival with Rise to Remain. Hi guys!
How you doing?
So you had your set earlier on, you had a pretty good crowd. How was it from up there on the stage?
Great, we loved it, every single second of it, you know. Going out there at 12:30 and seeing people moshing and pitting and screaming and doing all sorts of crazy shit, you know, we loved it. It was great fun.
Yeah, so far you've been very, very busy boys. You've been touring loads and you've had an EP out. So you've been doing a huge amount off the back of an EP. How's that all come about?
Yeah, we released the EP in February last year through Metal Hammer, and it's been literally after that it was non-stop touring and pushing it. I mean, to be honest, we're just itching to get the album out now. We've been touring the EP for a while. We're itching to play some of the new stuff, obviously playing the same songs and stuff, but I mean, people have...
Are you keeping them under wraps for the moment?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be out towards the end of August or September time, so watch and listen and all that. But yeah, I mean, so far it's been awesome. We've had such a busy, great year. We've met a load of people along the way, and it's just been damn right awesome. It's been
when the earthquake hit Japan, you guys were on your way over there, weren't you?
We were actually. We were about 7 minutes from the initial start of the earthquake, and we were basically descending over Tokyo. Like, here's Tokyo, here's us. We were basically descending into it as it was happening. And last minute, all of a sudden, the plane diverts, and yeah, quite literally, whoopsie. And then plane diverts, and about 10 minutes later we hear this thing over the intercom that's like, yeah, we're not going to be landing there. There's been a Richter scale 9 earthquake.
No, it's 12
happened.
or something, I swear.
Dude, 12 doesn't exist on Richter.
Sorry.
It was 9. It was like 9 or in the late 8 point decimal, whatever. But it was pretty catastrophic, as everyone knows. And you know, we weren't really quite sure of the scale of the damage at the time, but we landed in Nagoya and got like kept on airport tarmac for about 4 hours because they didn't know who we were or why we'd landed there, and they were having enough trouble with the earthquake as it was. So yeah, you know, it wasn't the best experience, but you live and learn. And
what sucked about that mostly was because we were flying from Korea to Japan, weren't we?
Yeah.
From Seoul to Japan, and there was actually Japanese film crew that were on the plane. And I happened to be sitting next to him. I don't know what his name was, but he'd slept the whole flight. He was the most peaceful dude ever. And like, he woke up to find out on his Sky News report that like his hometown had been hit by a tsunami. So I didn't know how to react. I was just putting myself in his shoes. Like, if I knew that my home could potentially not be there anymore, I'd be losing my shit. Like,
yeah.
So we didn't even want to open our mouths. Like, we just wanted to.
It wasn't a very nice situation to find ourselves in, and it was even worse for the locals of Tokyo and the natives of Japan. You know, and all the best to him. You know, it was pretty horrific, but you know, we were lucky in the respect we managed to get out the following day. We got out of Nagoya and we came home via a number of transatlantic layovers and reflights and another layover and then another reflight. So it was cool. We got there eventually, and the next day we were in the Aberystwyth Arts Centre supporting Funeral for a Friend. So
it was pretty good to go from Hawaii and then to LA. From 4 in the morning being in Denny's, like eating like pancake puppy sundaes, like the next night we were in Wales in the arsehole end of like nowhere.
So
amazing, man. I love that show as well. That show was sick.
Yeah,
Aberystwyth was sick.
I had to go to the hospital after that show. I was vomiting up loads of blood.
Oh, really?
Like, since Korea, like, I got this infection in my lungs that was making me cough up like heaps of blood clots. It was rank.
So it's not cool. It's not all glitz and glamour being in a band all the time.
On the contrary, what is more metal than coughing up hunks of blood?
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Explosion would be.
Why didn't you do on stage?
Well, I vomited on stage actually. Last year, I threw up all over a Marshall lamp, and the guy came over and was so pissed at me. I was like, dude, what do you want me to do? Keep it in? Like, I didn't. It's involuntary, you know. I vomited. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Fuck off.
A weak gag
Give me a
reflex.
Break. No, I had too many cigarettes and Lucozade. So like that lactic acid thing with the stage.
So would you tell people to stay away from that, especially when
stay away from Lambert and Butler's and Lucozade Original before you go on stage at Sonosphere on the first ever Sonosphere.
Right, that's all your endorsements gone from those guys.
quite like Laramie's and Lucozade endorsements, though. Just throwing that out there, that'd be pretty nifty.
Wink, wink.
So what's next up for you guys? Have you got space to breathe, or is it still?
We've got a couple of festivals over in Europe, which is going to be cool. We haven't done a festival over in Europe yet, so that we're virgins to that. So we're really looking forward to that. Then the album drops towards the end of the summer, and then we're just going to be touring the hell out of it. All over the UK, Europe, and everywhere we can get to.
Has it got a title yet?
We do.
Is it a secret?
Top secret.
It's gonna come out in like a few days, like a matter of days, I'm sure. From now,
and
something will be
artwork?
coming
Have you
on.
got artwork?
We got artwork just now.
We're just piecing the
done
last.
it?
I mean, everything's
Who's
been.
done it? Can we say who's done it?
I don't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, let's
Can
say
we?
who's done
Yeah,
the
go on
artwork.
then.
Paul
Jackson.
Paul Jackson.
He's amazing.
Amazing.
He's
Thank
such
you.
Such
good
a great
artist.
artist.
When bands talk to me about who should do their artwork, I always put him forward.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
PJ's
Paul
fucking
Jackson's
It's
amazing.
so intense as well.
That's exactly what
I'm
it looks
excited
like
to see it.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
Jackson's excellent.
Is he doing like merch or anything?
He has put through some ideas that we've like bought already, but like
We haven't gotten anything
we're waiting
finalised by him yet, though. At all.
Yeah.
I definitely like
So
to.
he's incredible.
He's an amazing artist, and we really wanted to get something that was strong and striking. We were sort of throwing a few ideas around of who we wanted to do it, and he just seemed like perfect for the job, and he's done such a great job, and we're so stoked.
He did our most recent logo, actually, and as soon as we got that logo, it was just a no-brainer, really.
Yeah.
It's a bit like this guy is
He
quite
gets us.
quite
Like,
obviously
he knows what we
sorted.
want. He knew what we wanted, and like I mean, we were big fans of the Alexis on Fire artwork for the Young Cardinals album, and I think when we were getting loads of drafts thrown back and forth from like a number of different artists, and like what we were noticing was like all the Photoshop was kind of ruining it for us. We weren't seeing something that reflected our music.
He does everything by hand.
It's amazing.
That's what we love,
That's why we wanted to give everybody something that kind of looks as good as we think our album sounds. So, you know, it has to match, doesn't it? And it's a show.
Your job's done. You've played. What are you guys doing for the rest of the day now?
Chilling out,
Drinking.
getting pumped for System of a Down. I can't wait. And obviously the Funeral Boys. Check them out later on. Yeah, just enjoying it. The festival's such a party, isn't it? So you just got to get involved and enjoy it. So.
Well, I hope you have a good one, lads, and thanks for chatting to French Boys.